All right, what's happening, everybody? Welcome to Easy Money, a sports betting show, Tuesday, January 10th, 2023. I got a pretty good slate of games today. I'm Chris Gonzalez, joined by my dad, Tony Gonzalez. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. Not too bad.
I don't know why it done that. There we go. Well, uh, I had a pretty good day on my picks. My picks yesterday, I went 5-2 overall. Had I missed the under on the 62 and a half last night in the national championship game. Held Georgia beat that by themselves. That game was a blowout. I thought Georgia would win. Uh, I didn't think it would be that bad.
No, I wouldn't expect. I don't think anybody's expecting it to be that bad. Yeah, it's sad for TCU's final game this year to be that bad. Things happen sometimes. I'm interested to see if they can come back and be a strong contender next year. You know, can you get back? Not saying do you get back to the championship game, but can you get back and be a top 10 team, top 20 team? I mean, I believe they're losing the quarterback. I don't know who else they have coming back. Hopefully, they'll be getting some players in. That coach did a hell of a job this year, so I'd like to see him stay in the hunt and be relevant. Hopefully,
yeah. The way the Kirk Herbstreit was talking last night toward the end of that game, that TCU has a pretty good recruiting class coming in and everything. So I think they'll still be good next year. A lot of us going to depend on the quarterback as well. Dugan had a great year for him. Didn't look good last night at all. He struggled last night. Some interceptions there in the first half, but I think a lot of that was that Georgia man. I don't know if anybody would have been able to beat Georgia last night.
Let me ask you a question though, and like you said, Georgia played the perfect game. So I mean, it's hard to. But let's go back and compare a quarterback, which. Not saying he's not a good quarterback. I just don't know that I want the Colts to take him with their first pick. But Ohio State's quarterback, look how he performed that game against Georgia's defense, who was supposed to be about the best defense in college football. I think most people would say definitely one of the best. And he performed really well. But then TCU's quarterback just completely got decimated. What did that tell you anything about the quarterbacks?
I mean, I think it might tell me that Stroud's a little bit better, but also Ohio State's offensive line handled Georgia's defensive line better than what TCU did. And I think that was a big part of it. I'm not saying that Stroud's not going to be good. I'm not 100% sold on that he's going to be that he should be a top 5 pick.
Yeah, I'm not either.
I do think he's better than Max Dugan. I think we kind of.
You think he's better than Alabama quarterback? If you had your ruthers, you had to take one of those two.
I think I would take Stroud over Young. And one reason Young is so small.
I think I agree with you.
Younger, and don't get me wrong, Kyler Murray's showed some flashes, but Young kind of reminds me of Murray being so small. Is he going to be able to stay healthy? Scares me a lot.
What's Hooker's size, Tennessee? You know?
No, I'd have to look it up. He's bigger than like Murray and them guys.
Okay.
Yeah, he's taller.
See, again, I'm no expert. I watch quite a bit of college football, but believe me, I'm no expert. Long ways from it. I would feel better if the coach bring in a respected head coach and they decide, hey, I think the right move is let's take Ohio State's quarterback with the fourth pick, and then I would feel better about it. And there's still no guarantee. I mean, there's been good scouts and good coaches take players and it didn't work out.
I think it all depends on what the Colts think. Or do they think it's time to basically be a complete rebuild?
Yeah,
and go with that young quarterback, or do you think you have enough that if you can get a guy to come in and perform where you can compete?
This is my belief as a fan, looking from the outside in. I think that you go after and people are going to say they've already done this. This is my belief. You go after a car. Second choice would be the guy from San Francisco, who's not
Garoppolo.
Garoppolo would be my second choice. One of those two, preferably Carr because he's younger. I think a little bit younger and a little bit more mobile. And I think overall maybe a little bit better quarterback. I think Garoppolo's a better manager. But I would rather do that and maybe move back in the draft or just get the offensive line fixed, get another receiver, whether it's in free agency or whatever. I think our defense is not far away. I know it struggled at the end of the year, but we were top 10 defense most of the year, first 12 games, in my opinion. Then things, you know,
We got to fix the offensive side of the ball.
Yeah.
Big time.
Yes, definitely. Now I just seen a report that the Colts were interested. I think it's too early to go after a young guy like that, but because he's had so much success. That Ben Johnson from Detroit. This was his first year as an offensive coordinator, and he was dynamite. But I no head coaching experience. I wouldn't like that.
I wouldn't be. I'd be all right if they brought me as a
offensive coordinator. Yeah, but they was talking about coach.
Yeah, I saw that. I'm telling you, I'm not sold. I kind of hate to say it, but I still think it might end up being Jeff Saturday. From the reports I'm hearing from like some of the local reporters that cover the Colts, like the Anderson guy from Anderson, Indiana and stuff. He seems to think that Saturday's coming back as well. If they do that, I wouldn't have a big deal with it if bringing an offense coordinator that has experience. Like this year, when Saturday took over, the guy that they brought in as the offense coordinator, he never called plays. He wasn't used to.
What if I bring Peyton Manning as offensive coordinator?
I keep hearing that. I know he don't have experience, but I think Peyton would be a good offense coordinator. For one, the way he's able to read defenses, I think that could really help you as offensive coordinator. So there's been rumors that Sean Payton is on the Colts radar, and that Peyton Manning might be his offensive coordinator.
If you had your brothers, all the coaches that are out there, and you got to make the decision, who would you go? Would you go Harbaugh? Would you go Sean Payton? What would you do? Your decision.
I think I'd go Harbaugh.
Would you?
I think Peyton's a good coach, but my question about Peyton is, what's he look like as a head coach without having the top quarterback? Yeah, he got Drew Brees there with the Saints, and they went on a big run.
Yeah,
but what's he going to do with the quarterback? Don't have a lot of experience. Is he going to be able? Where I've seen Harbaugh
again. That depends.
Yeah.
Do they bring Carr in? If they bring Carr in, would he be a better match than Harbaugh for Carr?
I don't know. Honestly, and the reason I say Harbaugh is because Harbaugh's style and the way the Colts team is built right now. Harbaugh is he wants to pound the ball and play defense, and then get your run game, get you into your passing game. And the way the Colts are built right now, I think that's what we need. We got a great running back. We got a good defense, and Harbaugh's proven that he can develop quarterbacks. Look what he did with Colin Kaepernick. I mean, hell, he went to the Super Bowl with Colin Kaepernick, and look what Colin Kaepernick looked like after Jim Harbaugh left San Francisco. Yep. Kaepernick wasn't the same player, and that's when his career. And I mean, we've seen Harbaugh be able to do it at different places. He went in college. First place he coached, I can't remember, but he got them good. Then Stanford, he went there, and look what he was able to do with Stanford. And then now what he's done in Michigan. Nothing against Peyton. I think he's a real good coach, but I like Harbaugh. I think Harbaugh's style fits good with the way the Colts team is structured right now.
I don't think I disagree with you. I mean, I'd have no problem if Peyton. I think it's kind of A-B, 1A, 1B. Either one of them two, I'd be really excited about.
Yeah, I'll be excited. We get Peyton, I'll be excited.
There's a couple other coaches that I think would be necessarily bad hires. I think they'd be good hires. I wouldn't have a big problem if they run a real good offensive coordinator and went after the defensive coordinator with San Francisco. Yeah. I like him.
Well, I heard Jim Caldwell name in the mix. I wouldn't be mad if they hired him either.
I wouldn't either. Some people would say, well, you bring it up, but he didn't deserve to be fired when he was fired the last time, in my opinion.
But personally, my favorite choice would be Harbaugh. But if Harbaugh, does he leave Michigan? If he does, I mean, I think it does kind of help that he does have some ties with Indianapolis. Because he played here, and he was a fan favorite here in Indy. But today or last night, I went 5-2. I think you went 5-2 as well.
5-2, and I hit a parlay in the NBA. The Pelicans were good for me, and I had the Milwaukee money line win and the Pelicans money line win, and I had Sacramento -6.5, and that hit. went 2-1 in my NHL and just barely missed on that one. And college football, of course, I took TCU in the points and all that.
I took the over under, and like I said, the freaking Georgia took care of that by themselves. NBA tonight, first game's the Pistons. That's the 76ers. The 76ers are 13.5-point favorites, minus 950 on the money line. The Pistons are 640 on the money line. Over-unders at 225. I like the Sixers to win this game, but 13.5 points is too many points for me to give up. OKC Thunder at the Miami Heat. Heat are 2-point favorites, minus 130 on the money line. The Thunder are plus 108 on the money line. Over-under for this game is set at 222. The Thunder are on a 5-game road losing streak. They're 3-2 over the last 5 games. The Heat are 3-2 over the last 5 games, and they have all kinds of injuries. Tyler Hero's not playing tonight. Adebayo's not playing tonight. Jimmy Butler is about the only star. Oh, well, I don't know if I was calling him a star. Well, yeah, I'd call Jimmy Butler a star, but he's their best player that's going to be playing tonight. I like the Thunder on the money line here. I know that they're on a road losing streak, but they 3-2 over their last 5, and the Heat are just missing so many pieces. Then you have the Charlotte Hornets at the Toronto Raptors. The Raptors are 8-point favorites at home, minus 310 on the money line. The Hornets are plus 250 on the money line. Over-under for this game is set at 229. Hornets are 1-4 over the last 5. Raptors are 2-3 over the last 5. I like the Raptors to win this game. 8 points scares me a little bit. Over-under on the 229. I'd go with the under. Raptors do play pretty good defense. For the Hornets, Gordon Hayward is going to be out tonight. Next game is the Cleveland Cavaliers at the Utah Jazz. The Cavs are 2.5-point favorites on the road, minus 138 on the money line. The Jazz are plus 118 on the money line. Over-unders at 226.5. I like the Cavs on the road here at the minus 2.5. Donovan Mitchell's been playing well. The Utah Jazz got off to a good start to the season, but here lately they've been struggling. And I like the way this Cavs team has been playing. So I like the Cavs at the minus 2.5 in that game. Next game is the Phoenix Suns at the Golden State Warriors. The Warriors are 12-point favorites, minus 750 on the money line. The Suns are plus 530 on the money line. Over-unders at 231. The Suns have a lot of guys out. Chris Paul's out. Warriors are getting Steph Curry back tonight. He's going to make his return after missing the last couple weeks. Warriors was able to play pretty good ball without him, especially at home. They still got to figure out on the road. But I think the Warriors win this game. But 12 points is too many, even with injuries. I know the Suns having injuries, but just 12 points is too many, especially Curry's first game back. Orlando Magic at the Portland Trailblazers. The Trailblazers are 8-point favorites, minus 320 on the money line. The Magic are plus 260 on the money line. Over-unders at 228.5. I favor Portland in this game, but 8 points is a little too much for me. This Orlando Magic team is a young team, but they are scrappy. They do put up a fight. I think, and Portland's just not a real dominant team, so I think this is going to be a close game. I favor Portland, like I said, 8 points. I do like the over the 228.5. Then the last game of the night is the Dallas Mavericks at the Los Angeles Clippers. The Mavericks are 1-point favorites, minus 118 on the money line. Clippers are even money. Over under on this game is at 223.5. I like the over the 223.5, and also I like the Mavericks on the money line here. Paul George is going to be out tonight for the Clippers. I think that really hurts the Clippers. I like the way Luka's been playing, so I like the Mavs on the money line. That's all the NBA for tonight.
I've got an NBA parlay. I went with the Mavericks money line win. Also, I went with Cleveland minus 2.5 against Utah, and then I took Detroit and Philly over 228.
My NBA picks for tonight are going to be OKC Thunder on the money line over the Heat, Cavs money line or Cavs minus 2.5 against the Jazz, and the Dallas Mavericks money line against the Clippers. That's going to be my NBA picks for tonight. College basketball. Got a lot more college basketball games today than there was yesterday. But games I like Notre Dame at the minus 5.5 against Georgia Tech. Kansas State minus 5.5 against Oklahoma State. And I'm gonna go with San Diego State again at minus 8.5 against Nevada. That's gonna be my college basketball picks for tonight.
Yeah, I've got a college basketball parlay up. I got Villanova versus DePaul. I'm going to take that game over the 142.5. Then I've got Akron minus 4 at Bowling Green. And then I've got Eastern Michigan plus 3.5 against Western Michigan. That'll be my college basketball parlay.
Yeah. IU don't play tonight. I thought they would play tonight because they haven't played for a couple days. That's the thing about this early in college season. Sometimes teams have 3 or 4 days off.
They're having a lot of injury problems, IU are.
Yeah. Yes, but the guard Xavier Johnson being out is really hurting us, and Davis is back.
Now that race.
Oh, Race Thompson's hurt too.
He got hurt too. Yeah, and he may be out for a while. So I got an NHL parlay I'll do real quick. I got the Jets versus the Red Wings. I'm going to take the Jets money line win. I got the Blue Jackets at the Lightning. I'll take the Lightning money line win. I've got the Canucks at the Penguins. I'll take the Penguins money line win for NHL parlay.
That's all they've been talking about here lately. Is LeBron going to pass Kareem's scoring record? But I don't know. If you compare the two, I still think Kareem's is more impressive. I know a lot of people are going to hate on that, but Kareem played college ball. LeBron basically had a 4-year head start.
How many seasons
on Kareem?
How many seasons did Kareem do it in though? I don't.
Really I have to look it up, but I think it's close. I think it's close to the same. I don't know. I think LeBron's played more seasons than Kareem. That's what I'm saying because LeBron he started straight out of high school. You know what I mean? Kareem was one of the best scorers ever.
And see, a lot of people are going to say, well, Kareem was a lot bigger than everybody. Yeah. And okay. Yeah. He was a good size center. He played against Wilt, who's also big, and some other guys too. And I understand that. But then let's look at the other. How many of LeBron's were 3-pointers? Kareem didn't shoot 3-pointers.
Yeah.
So, but the game was different. Now the game is
it's different. It's hard to compare eras. It really is. I mean, because I think
I'm from that era, so I would lean towards Kareem. But
Kareem played 20 seasons,
and that's what LeBron is. And it's 20th in it.
Pretty sure
that's what it set up there. So I mean, it's going to be about the same if he passes this year, which I think he will, as long as he don't get hurt.
Let's see.
Now, Kareem was a great defensive player, great passer. He was a great all-around player, too. Not that LeBron's not. LeBron's one of the greatest ever done it. It's hard to compare. It's hard to when you start comparing.
He's played 20. He's played 20. He's in his 20th seasons.
So it's going to be about the same seasons and everything. So it's hard to compare. Yeah. I think the biggest difference would be the 3-point shot.
Yeah. And Kareem gets overlooked over. I mean, hell.
Yeah, definitely one of the greatest of all time. If somebody come up and told me, "Hey, Kareem's the greatest player of all time," I'm not going to argue with
I think I think you would definitely have to say he's the best college basketball player of all time.
Yeah, that too. And I mean, if people say Jordan's the greatest of all time, I can't argue. Some people want to say LeBron's the greatest of all time, especially people from this generation, they're going to think that because they've seen him.
To me,
I got to see both.
Yeah, to me, I've got to see both play. I think Jordan is the greatest. But I was never a big Michael Jordan fan because I've always been a Reggie Miller, Indiana Pacers fan. I was a big Reggie Miller fan, and Jordan kept Reggie from getting a ring. So I was never a big Jordan fan. But I mean,
I got to see Magic Johnson. I got to see Larry Bird. I got to see Kobe. Seen a lot of great players, and you can nitpick. And
I think Larry Bird's severely underrated myself too.
Yeah,
people want to talk about he's just a 3-point shooter. No, he was a complete basketball player.
Great passer, great defensive player, good strong rebounder. He was a.
If he wouldn't have had some back problems, I think who knows what kind of numbers he'd have kept putting up.
And another thing about his was also that is overlooked was his intellect on the court, how smart he was on the court.
Oh yeah,
I think that's
and his passing ability.
Yeah.
You could pass.
But Jerry West was a great scorer, was a great ball player with the Lakers.
Yeah.
I mean, I got to see a lot of these guys being older. I'm not a huge fan of the NBA game now, the way it's played. I'm not going to.
What do you need to do in your career before you can retire? I need to be on the floor with my boy. I got to be on the floor with Bronny.
Okay.
So
I hope he does it. I hope he stays healthy enough to be able to do it. How much longer Bronny got?
a couple of years if he makes it.
Yeah.
I mean, he's pretty good, but from what I hear and what I've seen, the younger boy is better.
Is he? Yeah, I'm more of a fan of the 70s, 80s, 90s basketball. Of course, I'm a lot older, so. But hey, NBA fans, they love the basketball the way it's played now. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Hey.
No. I mean, I watch the Pacers.
Yeah, I'm a Pacer fan. I try to.
And I watch NBA playoffs.
Yeah, I watch some of the NBA
I
playoffs.
keep up on what's going on, but I don't watch like every game. If I have a choice between the NBA and like NFL, I'm gonna watch NFL usually.
You guys talked a little bit about this today on the afternoon show, Afternoon Blitz, about Jay was teasing you that the Lakers need to trade with the Lakers. Pacers need to trade with the Lakers. Is there anything on the Lakers team that the Pacers need, other than, and I put this in the comments, other than maybe LeBron?
Yeah, not in my opinion. Not and really, I'm gonna say not even LeBron, just because of LeBron. Look what LeBron don't like playing with young players, and look what he did with the Lakers' young team. He was willing to get rid of everybody. That's the only reason I wouldn't say LeBron.
Yeah, but I mean,
if he would buy in and come play it, oh hell yeah! With the shooters the Pacers have,
that's what I'm saying. I think he'd have a hell of a team.
Yeah, it'd be a good fit.
That would be. I said I put maybe LeBron,
but Davis can't stay healthy.
No, why would you take Davis over Turner?
Yeah, Davis can't.
Turner's been more healthy in his career. He's a better shot blocker, and he's having the best year of his career. Why would you? I know they may not end up keeping him because he don't want to sign a contract or they can't come to terms, and I understand that. But I wouldn't take Davis for him, and they don't have the draft picks that I'm interested in.
And there's no way I'm taking Russell Westbrook and a couple of your bench players for freaking Miles Turner and Buddy Hield. There's no way. I know they were talking about first round picks in 27 or 28, but look, that's 5-6 years down the road. We got a decent team now. Let's build.
Why would you want to give it a Hield? Hield's playing great.
Yeah. Hield and Halliburton, man. Halliburton, I'm telling you. I hope Pacers can keep him because he's
and the kid from Gonzaga, the two rookies.
Well, yeah, Mathurin especially, but but Nembhard's played good too.
Great too, both of them. I mean, this team's really coming together.
They hit on their picks this year, and then even the offseason move of getting that Neesmith, which is basically was just dropping some salary, but he's came through and played some big minutes. So
definitely.
The team plays hard for Rick Carlisle.
Oh, I agree. I'm not saying I want LeBron. I'm not saying.
Hey, how's it going, David? We're looking forward to seeing you guys here in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, I'm not saying I want LeBron. It was just brought up on the afternoon show. Hey, this one guy said the Lakers and the Pacers should make a trade, and he would like to see. He was just. I don't think he really cares. He's not a Laker fan. No. He was just giving us a hard time.
He's a Houston Rockets.
He's a Houston Rockets fan, so he's in pain, but also right now, but. I'm just saying that the only thing on the Lakers team that I would even be remotely interested in would be LeBron. I don't want Davis, and I don't want their draft picks who are not that good. I want to keep Turner too. I agree with you 100%.
And you're right, David. It is a fun team to watch. I've been watching them. I watch. If I don't get to watch the whole game, I watch parts about every game. Sometimes the whole game, and I ain't gonna lie. I'd like to get down to a Pacer game. It's a fun team to watch, and it's I don't know. It's always great in Indiana when the Pacers are doing good.
Well, this guy was telling us at a wrestling show that he got tickets for $4.
He said he got tickets for $4 the other day. He goes, "You can get tickets cheap. I got for $4. $4. Where was you sitting at?"
Yeah. It was the outside.
No, it's probably up at the very top. By the time
we got up there.
By the time my ass got all the way up to the top, game would be over.
You can get down a lot quicker. I just push you down the stairs.
Just fucking roll. That's like well, like David and them do with that Turner's block. That'd be
I would
awesome.
love to do that.
That'd be
I can't-
awesome.
I
But
can't-
I
I
know,
can't
I
stand
know
it.
there's no way I could stand up. Hell, I stood up that whole wrestling show. The next day, I could barely stand up
You
straight.
couldn't,
So,
you couldn't move.
yeah, so I know. Okay, we definitely will. So talk to him at the show about tickets. Oh yeah, I'm ready for that weekend. We got a big weekend that weekend. We have two shows that weekend.
Oh yeah.
So have the Warrior Pro on Sunday and WCWO on Saturday.
On the road in Lebanon. Yeah. So that's going to be a big weekend for us. We're looking forward to
it. He said, "My old ass can. You can do it for one game."
Chris couldn't do it. I probably could do it, but
I could do it, but I'd pay for it the next day.
You might pay for it longer than one day.
All right, we'll go over our picks one more time before we get out of here. My picks tonight. Oh, last night's picks, yesterday's picks. We was both 5-2. He had a parlay.
Yep.
So our picks have been doing good so far in 2023. My picks have been 30-22. I was 25-20 last week and yesterday. But tonight I like the Thunder money line over the Heat, the Cavs -2.5 over the Jazz, the Dallas Mavericks money line over the Clippers, and then in college basketball, like Notre Dame -5.5 against Georgia Tech, Kansas State at home at -5.5 against Oklahoma State, and San Diego State University at home at -8.5 against Nevada.
Yeah, and I'm gonna give my picks real quick. I'm gonna give a shout out to Mickey Delaney. Hi to you too, Mickey, and thanks for tuning in to all our stuff. Really appreciate it. I mean, about everything that Chris does or anything that I'm with, wrestling shows or whatever, you're always on. So we appreciate that. NBA, my parlay is moneyline win Dallas at the Clippers. I got Cleveland -2.5 at Utah, and I got Detroit and Philly over the 228. NHL parlay, I got the Jets versus the Red Wings. I'll take the Jets money line win. I got the Blue Jackets versus at the Lightning. I'll take the Lightning money line win. And I've got the Canucks at the Penguins. I'll take the Penguins money line win. My college basketball parlay, I got Villanova versus DePaul over the 142.5. I got Akron -4 at Bowling Green, and I got Eastern Michigan +3.5 at Western Michigan.
Yeah. Oh, David, I bet them back-to-backs kill you. I know. Because we do the back-to-back wrestling shows, it about kills me. I'm down a couple days usually. If I'm not down, I'm just hurting. We appreciate everybody watching. Please hit that subscribe button on YouTube at Gonzo Sports Room and at the All Sports All Plays Network. Also, like and follow on Facebook and Twitch as well. Gonzo Sports Room and at All Sports All Plays. Today's Tuesday, so we'll have check out Unscripted tonight, 7 p.m. Eastern. You can find it on the All Sports All Plays Network and at Unscripted on Facebook and YouTube.
Check it out. It's a fantastic
show. And then that's basically it for tonight. Tomorrow, baseball show in the morning at 9 a.m. Eastern around the bases. We had one this morning. If you missed it, go check it out. And then, of course, we're back with Easy Money. Got the afternoon show. So also got an interview tomorrow. Tonight's interview, we had an interview scheduled for tonight with Luke Savage. Unfortunately, some things came up, and Luke's not going to be able to make it tonight. So I think we're going to do that next week. We will have it. It's just been postponed. But tomorrow we have another young wrestler that's on the rise, and I think has the ability to be a big star. The Mississippi Bad Boy Zay Gates will be on tomorrow, Wednesday at 6:30.
Yeah,
come join us for that.
Wrestling promoters out there. I know you're always looking for talent. Zay's a great, super young, talented guy. He's just now starting to get out there, getting booked a little more. Telling you, take a look at him. I think you won't be disappointed.
And then working on some other interviews. I think that everybody's going to like once we get them set in stone and get them out there. But we appreciate everybody watching. We'll see you guys tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern for another episode of Easy Money, a sports betting show. Hope everybody has a great Tuesday, and we'll see you tomorrow.